For the visiting
Thanks for tuning in. So the opening lineup for the Heat. The guard pair will be Hero and Hakim. Adebayo is out there with Wiggins, and it's Ware in at the 5. And for Charlotte, the guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Mark Williams is out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Okogie in at the 3, the small forward. Well, Greg, this matchup features two teams that want to slow things down and run their offense in the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I'd be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight.
And so the Charlotte Hornets get the first points of the ball game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wiggins from outside. Rebound by Okogie. Oh, and here comes Miller all alone. Bridges outside. Pass to Okogie. Rebound by the Heat.
When you do moves like that and you miss, you know you're going to hear it from your coaches and your teammates.
And Adebayo throws it down.
With strong athleticism, Adebayo can finish just about any lob with his large catch radius.
Here's Ball. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now, Hero. Pass to Adebayo. Lets it go with the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Adebayo's got 5 now.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with the statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Hornets. Here's Hero. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
More than a great jump shooter, Hero is a tremendous ball handler who can finish the drive with either hand.
Ball, the pass to Okogie. It's good. The assist that time from Ball.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, Hero. Pass to Adebayo. No good with the triple. Hornets have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And the basket by Okogie.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Hero kicks to Ware. Misses the 3. Charlotte leading by 4. And it's Ball penetrating. Jaquez with the steal. Hero finds Adebayo. And here comes the break. And Ball slams it in.
Nice job there by Bridges to come up with the steal and then launch right into the fast break.
Jaquez against Ball. Jacks up a 3. Kept alive. Pass to Adebayo. Lets it go from deep. And again, it's the Heat missing. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Charlotte. 6-point lead. Miller with a wide open look. Offline with his 3. The Heat have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Hero from long range buries the long-range jumper. Hero's got 5 points so far.
And a legitimate threat to connect from deep. Hero doesn't lack confidence trying his luck from there.
Nurkic the pass to Bridges. And Nurkic the bucket on the assist from Bridges.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, Hero, 5 points in the game.
Oh, flashy play by Hero off the drive, turning his speed into airtime for a dunk.
Nurkic a screen on Hakeem. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
The Hornets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And that one misses.
You know, we all know about the flair and sizzle to LaMelo Ball's game. The highlight reel plays, all of that is great, but I also like the fact that he's got great length at the point guard position, which presents a lot of problems at both ends.
Hakeem's outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Ball. He knocks it down. But wait a minute. Look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that.
LaMelo Ball getting it done for the Hornets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Charlotte.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
I would like to highlight, too, guys, the excellent passing they've done early on. I mean, they've done a really good job putting the ball into the hands of guys ready to shoot it.
On the court for Miami here in the second. The guard pair will be Hero and Hakeem. Wiggins is out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the center position.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
You know, Greg, one thing you notice, we were just talking about this with the Hornets in recent years, a lot of changing lineups.
And you expect that with the team, with where they're at. They're looking for any advantage game to game and trying to build that identity as a franchise.
Hero, no good. Hornets leading by 8. And a deep 3 from Ball. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. One-on-one here. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Rising above the rim, Wiggins encounters very few defenders who can meet him up at that apex.
Ball surveying the defense. Bridges kicks the ball. For 3, Okogie. Good on the three-point shot. Okogie's got 7.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
There's Hero with a 3. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Stolen by Hero. Knocked away. Bridges with the steal. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league recalibrated its emphasis on fouling during last season. Commissioner Adam Silver said there was a sense that offensive players had too much of an advantage. So an adjustment was made. The fans want great offense, but they want players to be allowed to play defense as well. And I think that's what we're seeing. Kevin, it's a welcome change.
Welcome indeed. No doubt about it, D.A. Here's Hero. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And how about Hero's body control, capable of still scoring even when the defense ups the ante in terms of physicality.
And it's Miller with the jam.
And he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Well, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Clark, we've all heard the comparisons. Brandon Miller plays a lot like a young Paul George.
And you know, it makes a ton of sense when you consider that Paul George is Brandon Miller's favorite player. So he spent a bunch of time studying how PG gets it done and putting those moves into his own book bag.
Fires from deep. Jaquez with the bucket. He's got 7.
Oh, great job moving the rock by Hero. Not a ball stopper. Tyler is a team player.
Here's Ball. Drives to the hoop. No good, but he's still shooting 75%. 6 of 8 from the floor. Miller against Hero. Adebayo with a screen for Hero. No good from outside.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And they pick up 2. Miller's got 8 points in the quarter.
And this is what you like about Miller. He has great range from 3, but he can also make tough shots in traffic.
A 3. Good on that shot. And with that, the Hornet lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Wynn. Here's Ball. Right wing to the paint. Back to Nurkic. Out to Miller. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Nurkic can't hit.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Stolen by Ball. Ball slams it in.
Ball showing off those two-way skills, getting it done on both ends.
The Heat trail by 8. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Stolen by Ball. One-on-one here. And Ball slams it in.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Hero with the screen on Ball. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Love with the screen for Rozier. Pass to Love. Stolen by Ball. It'll count. He can't hit that time. That'll do it for the first half. Hornets ahead. They're up by 10. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from LaMelo Ball.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Trey Mann is out there with Green. Then it's Mark Williams. Then there's Grant Williams. And it's Diabate in at the 4 slot. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. Greg, that's some big dough.
Is it ever? And remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Here's Jovic. Diabate grabs the board. Charlotte leading by 10. Williams attacking. Williams in the post. Scoreless thus far. Can't connect from short range. Here's Highsmith. He's guarded by Williams. Highsmith the pass to Love. Robinson with it. Shot clock at 5. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Charlotte ball.
Charlotte's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Williams in the post. He's going up against Love. And he comes up with the deuce. Williams has got the lead up to 12 now for the Hornets.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
The basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, you know, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
Love with the screen on Green.
Hornets foul called. Musa Diabate. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Rozier. He has yet to score. Pass to Jovic. Pocket 6. And stolen by Williams. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Diabate's shot is good. And the Hornets lead by 13.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
The Heat have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Hornets leading by 13. Williams with the ball. Robinson picks him up. They get it back. Here's Diabate. And that one is stuffed right through.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Here's man. Rozier defending. They go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, just not a good play.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Hero, that's a two-pointer. Miami no good on that time either.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Williams. Wiggins sets a screen for Adebayo. 6 to shoot. Trying to end the drought. Rebound by Okogie. Miller outside. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And so it's Charlotte riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. The scoring has... And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. The guard pair will be Hero and Hakeem. And Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. And it's Ware in at the 5, down low.
Boy, that's weight room strength there, just muscling in this shot despite the aggressive coverage. That's good work by Bridges.
One thing this team likes about Miles Bridges, Greg, he plays a lot. He's always there.
And Kevin, on a couple occasions, Bridges has been near the top in minutes played. He's got that strong 6'7" frame, and it holds up well over the season.
Deep, Adebayo connects from 3-point range.
No hesitation from Adebayo there. Had to love seeing him taking this shot with confidence.
Nurkic, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Clark with the Hornets, they were hit with injuries as hard as any team in the NBA in the 23-24 season.
Kevin, I couldn't agree with you more. They were so unfortunate in that regard, and it's not anything you can control, and it made it almost impossible for them to have a productive season because of those injuries.
Charlotte has gone past the 3-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Bridges, right side. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
I think he epitomizes the modern-day stretch 4. Miles Bridges can hurt you from deep in addition to getting to the rack.
Charlotte has gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 3-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Ball with it, and Jaquez picks him up defensively. Miller outside, and it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Fires for 3. Miller grabs the miss.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
And Miller throws it down hard.
Add that to the highlight reel for Miller. I'm sure it'll grow quickly.
The Heat have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. Got a piece of it. Jaquez finds Adebayo. Miami no good on that time either.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
Ball no good.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Tries to save it, and out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. Charlotte has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. And Ball slams it in.
I'll tell you what, the competitive spirit of Ball, I absolutely love it. This guy is relentless.
Heat shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Jaquez outside. Six on the shot clock. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. And it's the Hornets ball. They're on an 11-3 run. Pass to Nurkic. Fires the 3. Trains it from beyond the arc.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Ware kicks to Adebayo. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Exceptional shooter across the floor. Adebayo has a huge presence with the ball.
Miller outside. Back to ball. Pass to Nurkic for three. They get it back. From outside the arc. He's off on that one.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Hornets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for LaMelo Ball.
I thought his active hands were a big help. I mean, he took some chances on defense, and his gambles paid off. He got a bunch of steals.
And this is why many are high on Hero. Possesses ability to kick it up a notch and just take over.
Nobody near Nurkic. It's good. The assist that time from Ball.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Ball finds Nurkic. That three off the mark. And it's Adebayo with the ball for Miami. Over to the wing, beyond the arc. Ball with the rebound. Puts up a deep three. Off target with that shot. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate
Tonight, we've got two teams who aren't afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
So we'll look at our starters for Orlando. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope, and it's Carter in at the center position. Here's Okogie. And the three off target. And the Magic with possession. Inside. And it's slammed in by Carter.
You love the show of force from Carter Jr. He's not messing around when he gets the ball down there.
Okogie on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Suggs. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Wagner finds Banchero. Count it. 1-for-1 to start the game.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
Coach, you look at someone like Jalen Suggs. Man, has he improved his shot.
Yeah, Brian, I think you've always loved the effort that he brings at the defensive end of the floor. But now he's a much more efficient shooter, much more decisive, and really understands his role.
And just an incredible effort on the offensive glass.
Wow, follows it up with the putback to finish the play. Bridges, a screen on Wagner. The three from Ball. He buries it from three.
Fearless from beyond the arc, LaMelo has unlimited range and tremendous confidence.
Wagner outside. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Suggs, the pass to Wagner. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Ball against Wagner. And Ball throws it down.
And look at Ball take off. Love seeing him use his athleticism to slam it home.
Caldwell Pope against Miller. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Can they get it? And the powerful one-handed slam.
Surefire, one-handed stuff.
Yeah, with his focus, he's not going to miss that. Here's Ball. Pass to Okogie. The kick out to Ball. And he banks in the layup. Ball's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, inside Ball has to rely on his agility. That's how he finds his way to close-range looks.
Suggs surveys the D. Ball with the rebound.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And how about the leaping ability of Suggs, getting off the floor with such ease?
Allie LaForce had a chance to catch up with head coach Charles Lee. Allie, what do you have to offer?
He said watching tape in preparation for this game, Wendell Carter just kept showing up. Whether it was on the boards, being in the right position defensively, or even stretching the floor at the offensive end. Carter makes a lot of plays that help his team. Brian?
Allie, thank you. Pass to Caldwell Pope. And Carroll with a screen on Miller. Goes up at the stripe. And Caldwell Pope gets it to go.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Here's Ball. Here's Okogie. Back to Ball. Releases. And it's Orlando with a rebound.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one down.
Yeah, nice initiative from Suggs, seeing an easy scoring opportunity and pouncing on it.
Ball passes to Bridges. Williams on the wing. Ball outside. Screen by Bridges. Back to Williams. No luck on that one. Oh, nice D from Carter. On the wing, Caldwell Pope. Shoots over Ball. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. LaMelo Ball getting it done for the Hornets. 11 points. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And from what we've seen from the Hornets, what's your take so far?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
Yeah, look, and whether it's a point-blank putback or a kick out for an open three, offensive rebounds usually generate quality shots.
Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Mark Williams out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Okogie in at small forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hornets.
I like how aggressive LaMelo has been tonight. I mean, just looking for his shot consistently.
And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage in his position, Grant?
Well, B.A., he's able to score on smaller guards, as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
First team foul.
And that one misses. Stan, you started as an assistant in the NBA back in 1995. Now, all of these years later, for a coach, what's been the biggest change, you think?
Well, I think the biggest change, Brian, has been that we don't practice as much. There's much less time spent on the court with your team. It's more done in terms of film and individual work and not 5-on-5 type practice like it was back in 1995.
You mean to say we're talking about practice?
That's exactly right.
Caldwell Pope's shot is off.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Ball into the lane, and Ball throws it down.
The defense leaves an opening, and Ball exploits it. I mean, he can be so sudden.
Wagner against Ball. Carter on the wing. Oh, he tries a three. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3. The Hornets with a lead. Ball outside. Pass to Okogie. Miller with it. Six on the shot clock. Back to Okogie. Counted from distance. And the Hornets lead by 4.
And that's what you get from Brandon Miller. I mean, he can really whip passes there around the court.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, Brandon Miller caught some flack when he named Paul George as his GOAT. The PG-13 said, I know what he meant by it. Obviously, I'm not the greatest of all time, but it's about who inspires you. Miller, for his part, not backing down and saying, how the league is built now, Paul George is the right person to study for this generation. Brian?
Allie, thanks. And in recent seasons, Grant, almost no team's been hit by the injury bug as much as the Hornets.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, you wonder what they could have done if they'd stayed healthy. They built the team around key players, and those guys have just missed a lot of time.
You got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Woohoo! Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Now here's Suggs. Give him 8 points now. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Banchero with a screen on Miller. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Banchero. The Magic need to put one up here. Ball with it. Now Carter defending. Outside, Williams. Back to Ball. A minute 15 left in the second quarter. Offensive rebound. Miller on the wing. Knocks down the triple. And now it's a 7-point Charlotte lead.
Love the confidence from this young man. Miller is so quick off the catch.
The kick out to Banchero.
Charlotte's foul. Josh Okogie. First personal foul. Second team foul.
51 seconds left in the second period. Wagner on the wing, pounded by Ball. 5 on the clock. And Wagner gets it to go.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Charlotte leading by 5. Ball left side. Pass to Williams. Back to Ball. And stolen by Suggs. Six-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Outside, Caldwell Pope. And the shot goes down. And now just a three-point Hornet lead.
No need to risk a shot from range when you can take it inside.
Miller outside. Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Charlotte on top, leading by 5. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Please direct your attention to center court. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You look at LaMelo Ball in this game. He's been everywhere.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
On the court for the Magic, we've got Cole Anthony. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Mo Wagner, and it's De Silva in at the 3, the small forward. Outside man. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. Charlotte shooting their first free throw of the contest. Well, Stan, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hardworking, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
Pass to Diabate. Back to man. Now Nurkic. Shot clock at 6. Another shot. It's hauled in by Isaac. Magic trail by 4. Here's Black. Pass to Wagner. Isaac against Williams. Oh, Nurkic with the block.
Showing off the timing and awareness defensively. Better think twice before challenging Nurkic.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Nurkic against Wagner. Soft touch off the glass. Wagner's gotten his first points in this one.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Here's man. Pass to Nurkic. Back to man. Knocked away. Wagner with a steal. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Isaac finds Wagner. No good on the triple. Hornets leading by 4. On the wing man, he's guarded by Anthony. Fires the 3. Pass to Green. Outside, Williams. And here's man. Just 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. No good. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Here's De Silva. Here's Black. And stolen by Williams. Pass to Diabate. Now here's man. 6 to shoot, right wing. And here's Nurkic for 3. Rebound by the Magic. In transition, the Magic on the run.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
And he gets it back. Man, the pass to Nurkic. Knocks it down from distance. Nurkic just got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
Here's Anthony. Oh, Nurkic with the block. Pass to man. Here's Diabate. And stolen by Anthony. In transition, the Magic on the run. And he lays it in on the break. Anthony's got 4 points now in the quarter.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a one-possession game. Well done. And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Isaac, right side. Clock at 6. Pass to De Silva. Wagner with a screen. For the tie. De Silva with the bucket. De Silva's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside man. Over Anthony. No good. Would have counted had it gone. It's a tie game in Charlotte. And fourth quarter. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Well, the Hornets shooting a nice 50% for the game. Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Miles Bridges is out there with Josh Okogie. And it's Williams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Here's Suggs. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
Yeah, fantastic focus from Suggs. Showing toughness, fighting through the contact.
Miller. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
A savage reverse jam. That takes great body control.
No question. He was making a statement right there, man. Caldwell Pope. The pass to Carter. Back to Caldwell Pope. Banchero the screen. Caldwell Pope finds Banchero. Yes! Banchero fighting for 2.
Yeah, look at Banchero, reminding you he can shoot too.
The 3 from Paul. And they recover it. Wagner with a steal.
Charlotte foul. Josh Okogie. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Caldwell Pope against Miller to take the lead. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Williams has got 4 rebounds now. Oh, powered down with both hands.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
Here's Suggs. Okogie pulls down the board. The Hornets have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Oh, man! Way out there for LaMelo.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
And they're putting together another quality possession of taking control of this game.
And if you're going to pull away, now is the time to do it. Time to finish the game strong.
Call. Josh Okogie. Third personal foul. Second team foul.
Charlotte on D. 7-point game. Biggest lead so far. To the inside. Here's Banchero. Banchero delivers inside.
I mean, 6'10", about 250. Banchero imposing his will inside.
Wagner against Miller. The kick out to Ball. Fires the three. They get it back. There's the triple. Ball cashes one in from distance.
Sweet shot right there from Ball. A multi-talented offensive weapon.
Suggs outside.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 59 left in the fourth quarter. Shoots. And it's Wagner missing.
He just couldn't finish the job that time. And too bad, because it was a nice look.
Ball against Suggs. Bridges, a screen on Suggs. Out to Bridges. Shot clock at 6. And it's Bridges with the jam.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Suggs with a screen on Miller. Here's Caldwell Pope. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Personal foul.
It's on Brandon Miller.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
First free throw is good, and that brings him within single digits. And he makes both free throws. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte to the paint. Here's Miller, and he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Suggs, the pass to Wagner. And the layup is good.
And he did that so well in college. Suggs sharing it well in the league, too.
Oh, with a head of steam. And Ball throws it down.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Hornets.
And at first glance, it appeared to be an easy win for them. However, they had to weather some storms along the way, Grant.
Yeah, in terms of competitiveness, it was a lot closer than the final score indicates.
And what a huge performance it was for LaMelo Ball.
Anytime they needed a bucket, they'd put the ball in his hands and say, go make a play. It was impressive to watch.
Wagner for 3. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Goes back up. Taking the contact. Ben Caro.
And stepping up when it's clutch time. That's a very mature play by the young Ben Caro.
And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
26 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. The kick out to Williams. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Now the Magic with it. They trail by 6. Wagner for 3. Williams grabs the board. Miller outside. Charlotte, no good that time either. From deep. Offline. And so it's Charlotte winning this one. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
NBA, they showed their
expect more of a methodical pace, Brent, I think, in this one. What do you think?
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. Both of these teams love to run their offense in the half court. They'll slow things down. They'll love the setups. They'll try to manipulate a couple of the plays to get matchups they want. Neither side afraid to take it under 5 seconds on a shot clock, and that patience may pay off.
A look at the starting group for the matchup. Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. And it's Suggs in at the 1. You know, Brent, when you wonder why GMs take a risk on project big men, Bam Adebayo is an example of why they do just that.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not always about the project working out. It's about teams that have a plan for the project, and certainly Miami was able to do that. You have to credit Bam. He put the work in. The guy has been solid. He's an all-star. He's continuing to improve, and he gives you everything on both ends of the floor every night. Well, Caldwell Pope at the ready. He was totally prepared to take that one.
Adebayo with a screen for Hero. Adebayo high post. Good work there as it goes.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Banchero a screen for Suggs. Pass to Wagner. Banchero looking around. Kicks it out to Wagner. Shot clock at 6. Jaquez with the steal. It's stolen by Banchero. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Wagner wide open. And Ware pulls it down.
Oh, he wants that one over again, I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Jaquez against Suggs. Jaquez the pass to Adebayo. Here's Ware. 4 on the clock. The Heat need to get a shot off. Jaquez can't hit. Magic have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Jaquez defending. Banchero a screen on Hero. Here's Suggs. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Both free throws good from Suggs.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now Hero. Pass to Wiggins. Shoots over Wagner. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Suggs, screen on Wiggins. Here's Wagner. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
The Magic have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Carter with a screen on Wiggins. Over in the corner, Banchero. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And Brent, if the super team era is indeed coming to a close, the Miami Heat, one of the most successful examples.
Yeah, Kevin, you're obviously referring to the Heatles with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. I think there are some fans out there that go back to when it was that they had that press conference and were throwing up 6, 7, 8. And so 2 titles, yes, of course, amazing. Chances to win championships, amazing. Could there have been more? Possibly.
Here's Suggs. The Heat getting the bucket. And Ware pulls it down.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
Suggs kicks to Carter. Nailed from three-point land.
And when you call a play for Carter Jr., you really want to get him something in rhythm. Great execution there.
Now, Hero. Adebayo passes to Hero. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Here's Ware. Nothing on the board. Caldwell Pope against Hero. 5 on the clock. Adebayo, high post. That shot off. Nice defense from Wagner. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And a very steady season for him at the charity stripe last year. He was right at 85%.
It's all tied in Miami. And the second quarter about to get started. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
They were going right at the opponent here and forcing their hand. I mean, like literally making them foul them.
They've got Wiggins. Jaime Jaquez is out there with Adebayo. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group in the game for the Heat. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Stolen by Hero. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Launches a three. Ware, no good. Fast break. Here come the Magic. And finished off by Wagner.
Liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope. Looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Pass to Adebayo. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I would say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. I think we have a beautiful game now.
Suggs against Jaquez. And that one is good from Suggs. Suggs has got it all tied up now for Orlando.
Bigger than your average guard, Suggs can score all around the floor, including down low.
No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. Cans it from downtown. Adebayo's got the lead up to 3 now for Miami. Suggs looking around. Banked in off the glass. Suggs has got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, strong move by Suggs inside, not allowing the contact to hold him back.
Wagner against Wiggins. Pass to Adebayo. And it's Contavious Caldwell Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Wiggins. Here's Jaquez. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And it's Carter missing. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Heat. It's a three-point game. And while we've got a moment, I'd send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Franz Wagner grew up in Germany, but he says one of the reasons that I went to college in the U.S. was to learn a different mentality. The game is played more competitively, and talking trash is welcome. I had it in me deep down, but that brought it out more. That combination of styles has helped him to this day. Kevin?
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. Hawkins outside. Driving to the basket. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. And that one is good from Suggs.
And as we see Suggs develop his game, you'll see more of this. Jalen with the ability to operate off ball.
Hero kicks to Adebayo. And there's the drive. Kicks it out to Hero. Clock at 4. Fires the 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound. And here's the fast break. Suggs leading the way. Wagner passes to Carter. Banchero against Adebayo. Banchero outside. Over Adebayo. And it's Banchero missing. Miami's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hawkins with the bucket.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Wagner against Wiggins. Now, here's Wagner. Guarded close. That one goes. Count it.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And here's Adebayo outside. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Heat out front, up by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And you look at Adebayo, what a contribution.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Checking out the group for Jamal Mosley to start the second half. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Carter in at the 5 spot. So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Here's Black, guarded by Robinson. Here's Black. Over Robinson. Black, no good. Right side Robinson. Here's Jovic. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Wide open shot is on the money. Robinson's got the first basket of the second half. That one for Miami. And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Let's give them another big hand.
The Magic trail by 4. Anthony taking his time here. Pass to De Silva. And an intentional foul right there.
Terry Rozier III. First personal foul. First team foul.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. The jump hook. Just 5 to shoot. Isaac a screen. Lobbed up there for Isaac. That shot no good. The Heat leading by 4. Here's Rozier. Here's Highsmith. No scoring in this one. Rozier with the ball. Now Anthony defending. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And you watch Terry Rozier. His playmaking, Brent, has really ascended over the years.
Now at the line.
Terry has had a really good career and has been a little bit quiet and muted because of where he has played his career, but his opportunity as a secondary role guy to come in and score the basketball and put pressure on the defense, he is a go-to guy for stretches for any team.
Anthony, the pass to Wagner. He gets that one.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Rozier against Anthony. Love with the screen for Rozier. There's the triple. Love with the buckets. Love's got the lead up to 7 now for the Heat.
Well, it helps to have a big man who can shoot it. Kevin Love can certainly do that, letting that one fly.
Anthony with the screen on Robinson. Here's Black. That one good for 2.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting to it.
So Rozier will bring it up for Miami. Out to the right wing. Shoots over Wagner. Love can't hit. The Magic trail by 5. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Black, guarded by Robinson. Black kicks to Anthony. Here's Isaac. And the 3 off target. The Heat leading by 5. Outside Robinson. Love outside. Drains the three-pointer. Love's got 6 points.
Precision shooting off the pass. Love takes no time letting that one go.
And with an update for check-in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the Magic retired the first jersey number in their franchise's history, that of our esteemed colleague and Hall of Famer, Shaquille O'Neal. Orlando's #1 pick back in 1992, Shaq went on to lead them to their first NBA Finals appearance in 1995. The honor is well-deserved, Kevin.
Yep, he's our teammate, isn't he, David? We love him as a guy, and we love him as a player.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
For Rozier to be effective, that's just what he has to do. Keep moving, don't sit back and be passive.
Rozier against Anthony. Here's Black. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Black's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Into the lane. And the layup's good off the glass. He's got 8.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
This team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Here's Highsmith. Robinson up top. Here's Jovic. And he hits the buzzer beater.
And just when it looked like the third quarter was over, that happens. They pin 3 more onto the lead at the last possible second.
And so it's the Miami Heat looking at a 13-point lead heading.
This is it, fans.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Magic trail by 13. They've got Adebayo. Hero out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Ware in its center. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Back to Hero. Adebayo with a screen for Hero. 5 to shoot. Carter pulls it in. The Magic shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. A three-pointer is right on target. Banchero's got it back down to within single digits for Orlando. Adebayo with a screen on Suggs. And here's Adebayo. Possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played.
And the coaching staff continues to impress upon Bam to keep exploring all of his offensive talents, his confidence sky high.
For three, Caldwell Pope. Rebound by the Heat. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Adebayo with a screen on Caldwell Pope. Adebayo against Banchero. Now, here's Adebayo. He's guarded closely. Count the basket. And it's a 12-point Heat lead.
Bam can really move, and that mobility is just so dangerous.
Suggs, screen on Hero. Caldwell Pope for three. Knocks down the three ball.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
So both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
It's tipped. Here's Adebayo. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot.
Bam knowing what to do. He's owning the paint right now.
Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to Suggs. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Now, Hero. Adebayo with a screen for Hero. Pass to Adebayo. Here's the three. They grab their own miss. Ware, count that one. Ware's got his first 2 points.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Wagner a screen on Jaquez. Suggs passes to Wagner. No good on the shot. Wiggins with some nice D. Adebayo with the ball. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That'll be his second foul of the game. Wiggins surveying the floor. Out to the right wing. Here's Adebayo. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Adebayo's got the lead up to 13 now for the Heat.
Well, if this is a physical contest, Adebayo's going to win out.
Banchero with the screen. Suggs kicks to Carter. Off target from three-point range. For Miami, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Stolen by Caldwell Pope.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Miami.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Bam Adebayo.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Kicks it out to Banchero. Banchero, a screen for Caldwell Pope. Banchero against Adebayo. Just 3 to shoot. Charity stripe shot. And it's Banchero missing. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Miami. Leading by 12. Puts up a deep three. Puts up a three. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Paolo Banchero.
A three off the inbound. Misses the shot. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. Some RIDA thanks again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Olin. This
regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
And a look at the starters for Charlotte. Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Josh Okogie is out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Williams in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Bridges. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Ball. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Well, the great length and the great size of the backcourt, LaMelo Ball continues to improve as an interior scorer.
Wiggins against Miller. Adebayo, a screen on Miller. Here's Wiggins. Pass to Adebayo. Back to Wiggins. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, the leaping ability and wingspan of Andrew Wiggins is helping him dominate above the rim.
At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game. Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
Williams with the screen, and Bridges, here we go. And a big-time jam as he slams it right over Adebayo.
Well, this guy knows how to put on a show. Put Miles Bridges in the dunk contest. Did you see that?
Here's Wiggins. Outside Jaquez. Adebayo sets a screen. Jaquez with it, and Bridges picks him up defensively.
His defender flying by him after that pump fake.
No hesitation on his move to the rim right there. Bridges, a screen on Wiggins. Ball outside. He takes it in. And Ball throws it down.
Wow, you see the decisiveness right there with LaMelo Ball. Makes up his mind on the drive that he's going to dunk it.
Wiggins passes to Adebayo.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Josh Okogie. First personal foul. First team foul.
Wiggins against Miller. Wiggins passes to Adebayo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And finished off by Adebayo.
The aggressiveness of Adebayo. He plays with so much energy and force close to the bucket.
Down low. And there's Bridges. That's good. On the assist by Ball. Well, plenty of give and take so far.
There's 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
And he's going for the oop here. And finished off by Adebayo.
Oh, it's almost scary watching Adebayo throw it down. Incredible natural power.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Well, a lot of change for this Hornets organization. New ownership, a new front office, a new head coach, some exciting new talent. They're renovating the arena and building a new practice facility. Other than that, not much has changed. BA?
Business as usual, Allie. Thanks. And Mark Williams picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. And Charlotte making a change here. Nurkic just checked in.
Yusuf Nurkic.
Bridges against Adebayo. Shot clock at 5. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. And it's Ware missing. For Charlotte, they've gone 5 of 6. They're rolling. The Hornets are in the midst of a playoff drought. Their last appearance was 2015, Doris.
Yeah, B.A., that's the longest active streak in the league, not something you love to be associated with. And listen, like other organizations, they've hit on some draft picks, they've missed on some draft picks. A lot of the problem has been injuries that have plagued this organization.
Sometimes with that much of a height advantage, resistance is futile.
Ball surveys the floor. From the arc. He drops it from range. Ball's got 7 points in the game.
Well, LaMelo, ball in the catch-and-shoot game. He says, I can get off the ball as well.
Charlotte foul.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Second personal foul. Third team
He misses
foul.
the free throw. And Grant, the Heat last season retiring Udonis Haslam's number 40.
Yeah, he played his entire two-decade career in his hometown of Miami. And for all of his contributions on the court, he meant to this organization off the floor was just as important.
And it's Jaquez with the ball for the Miami Heat. Pass to Hero. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Outside Jaquez. Adebayo, a screen on ball. Here's Jaquez. Ooh, basket interference.
Offensive basket interference. The score will not count.
Seven seconds left in the first. Now here's Nurkic. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got 3 assists now in this one.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
And that concludes. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Taking a look at the Hornets' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
This is how the floor looks for the Hornets starting the second. Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Yusuf Nurkic is out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Okogie in at small forward.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And the basket by Bridges. Bridges has got 6.
Oh, it's exactly what you want to see from Miles Bridges. Assert himself, use that frame to convert through contact.
To the middle. Here's Jaquez. Back to Hero. There's a screen by Wiggins. The 3 is up. Oh, Wiggins! Bullseye with the 3.
This guy gets up in the air so smoothly. Andrew Wiggins, a nice foundation for that shot.
Ball into the lane. Here's Okogie. And a miss there on the triple. Miami trailing. Out to the right wing. Pulls it. Adebayo, no good. And Dort at 7 feet tall and almost 300 pounds. Yusuf Nurkic often is the biggest human on the court.
BA, we might as well refer to him as the immovable object. This guy has slimmed down. He's in incredible shape. But Nurkic is an old-school big, and he is a force to be reckoned with around the rim, not just because of that size and strength, but because of his skill as a passer and a finisher.
Ball against Hero. Oh, love to see Ball attack inside.
With the size he brings to the guard position, you love to see LaMelo assert himself down low.
Pass to Adebayo. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And off the front iron, and in it goes. 6 points for him.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And here's Miller. Shoots over Wiggins. Miller can't get it to go.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Wiggins. Heat trail by 5. Jaquez, the pass to Hero. Here's Ware. Rebounded by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's Bridges with the jam.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. Hero for 3. The shot that time not on target. Hornets leading by 7. Here's Ball. Here's Okogie. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Fast break Miami. Here's Jaquez. No good with the triple. Charlotte has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes. In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
And there's the call. It's on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul. So Miami ends up going with a new group.
Substitution on the court.
The 3 from Ball. Love grabs the miss.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Here's Anderson. And the layup falls.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Charlotte has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Here's Ball. 3-pointer, Bridges. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time. Bridges has got 11.
I tell you, the ability to act quickly, to get your shot up as soon as you make the catch, that's beautifully done by Bridges.
And there's the call on LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul of the game. Jovic, he's checked in for Anderson.
Now in the game, number 5.
43 seconds left in the first half. Rozier outside. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
There is no fear when it comes to Terry Rozier. This guy is a scorer at heart, even if it means getting it done in the painted area.
Pass to Bridges. Here's Okogie. No made baskets yet. The 3 from Ball. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And it's Love missing. Ball with it. 3 seconds left. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And we've reached halftime in this one. Hornets out in front, leading by 10. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And happy you can join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at LaMelo Ball in this game. He's been everywhere.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Duncan Robinson is out there with Terry Rozier. Then there's Kevin Love, and it's Jovic in at the 4. That's the group for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal.
Personal foul. First team foul.
But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Rozier looking around. Outside for Love. Here's Jovic. No points yet. Clock at 4. Love, a screen on Green. Robinson passes to Love. Over Green. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Charlotte leading by 10. Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
Love for 3. Hornets with the rebound. Knocked loose. Stolen by Rozier. Ooh, it's stolen away. Right side, Williams. And Mark Williams picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Second personal foul.
Heat trail by 12. Rozier, right side. Pass to Highsmith. Back to Robinson. 6 to shoot. Count the basket.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Charlotte has gotten 6 of 10 three-pointers to drop. Man, the pass to Williams. Here's Diabate. Got a piece of it. Green finds Williams. From outside the arc. Love grabs the miss.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Highsmith. Rozier, the pass to Jovic. Driving inside. Love for 3. That one no good. Hornets leading by 10. Down low.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. For Charlotte, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
We've seen scoring totals increasing, and fans might appreciate it, but NBA VP and head of basketball ops Joe Dumars said, quote, "I think what fans really want to see is incredible competition. The score is secondary to that. And guys, you talk about competing, Joe D brought it at both ends of the floor."
No doubt about that. Well said, Allie.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Grant Williams.
A minute 50 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. You know, if you look at the tracking stats, no one guards different positions like Grant Williams.
Yeah, those guys that can guard truly 1 through 5 are rare. Grant Williams is on that list. His versatility is incredibly impactful to whatever team he's on. What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Outside man. Outside, Williams. On the wing, Green. To the inside. Williams' shot is good. Williams has got 6 points.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And Mark Williams picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Team foul.
Hornets on D. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. 5 to shoot, and the officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Here's Diabate. Misses the 3.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
3-pointer. Here's Jovic. Second shot opportunity. And that's 2 points on the layup.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Highsmith. He's scoreless.
Hornets foul. Mark
Miami shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Second team foul.
And he makes a first. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Good on both. 7 seconds left to play in the third quarter. LaMelo on the attack. And Ball throws it down.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
And so it's and it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hornets. Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Miles Bridges is out there with Josh Okogie, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. Whoa!
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
Here's Wiggins into the lane. Stolen by Miller. Ball outside. From downtown. Offensive board. Second chance shot. And the layup is good. And the Hornets lead by 13.
There is just such enthusiasm, such a love for the game with LaMelo. Shot after shot going down.
Here's Hero. And it comes off the front of the rim. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. It's good.
Yeah, I like whenever Miller uses his size to his advantage, especially down near the rim.
Wiggins against Miller. Tipped away. Wiggins outside. The three-pointer off the mark. Hornets leading by 15. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. Ball. And Ball throws it down.
Yeah, you can see the impressive vertical of LaMelo. This guy gets to the cup and slams it home.
Wiggins outside. Pass to Hero. And he knocks the jumper down.
Smooth shot by Hero. Notice how he doesn't rush himself.
It's stolen by Jaquez.
Charlotte foul. Josh Okogie. Third personal foul. First team foul.
Hero outside. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Here's Wiggins to the hole, and that one drops for him.
I love the pace. Wiggins being super aggressive, initiating contact. Beautiful.
And they double up Ball. Here's Okogie, hounded by Wiggins. Throws it up high. Adebayo with a steal. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Yeah, showing some toughness right there. I like whenever Wiggins outmuscles the defense and capitalizes.
Launches it. Miller can't get it to go.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Stolen by Bridges. On the break. 4-3. And Miller good for 3. Miller's got 7 points for the quarter. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Hornets.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Hero. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Ball. Rebound Miami.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Adebayo. Clock at 6. Second chance effort. Nice move. And it's good. 2 points.
And right at the last second, Bam fearlessly racing the clock.
They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little. Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up and a strong showing for the Hornets.
And it was dueling three-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for LaMelo Ball.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
Miller finds Bridges. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now Ball. Pass to Miller. Ball outside. From deep. Pure from three-point range.
3-point.
And the Hornets lead by 15. And so Charlotte takes this one by a big margin. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true.
The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Mark Williams is out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Okogie in at the small forward. And for Orlando, in the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards, and it's Carter in at the center position.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
And what stands out most, Clark, about Mark Williams, it has to be his rebounding.
Yeah, he's a glass-eating machine, and on a per-minute basis, he's one of the best in the league at corralling boards. But he's had a little bit of an issue staying healthy. When he's on the floor, though, he gives them a real powerful presence up front.
Now Ball. After Jalen Suggs missed from long range. Miller with the ball. Defended now by Wagner. Caldwell Pope against Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Boy, look how easily Bridges shoots through the contact there. I mean, his mechanics are strong, as is his body.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Caldwell Pope left side. Buries it from three-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Draining the triple.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
I briefly spoke with Jamal Mosley. In talking to Coach, he discussed the hidden talents of LaMelo Ball. Coach said he's still a young player in this league, but we can't take that lightly. We've seen what he's done to soft defenses. We need to be physical. So we'll see if that defense tightens up for them. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Oh, and there's the foul. It's on Josh Okogie. That's his first foul. And stolen by Williams. Ball against Suggs. It's stolen by Banchero. To the left wing. Three-pointer. Rebound by Williams. Hornets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Miller. Pass to Bridges. Here's Okogie. This one for 3. Good. And Miller gets the assist.
Boy, because of his athleticism, when Josh Okogie is knocking down the three-point shot, He is really uber dangerous.
In recent seasons, the Charlotte Hornets, Clark, have been very active in the trade market.
Well, it seems like they're always wheeling and dealing. I mean, they're on a quest for that perfect fit lineup, moving pieces around, trying to find the right recipe for success.
Caldwell Pope outside. Banchero is screened for Caldwell Pope for the three, and the three ball is good. Caldwell Pope's got 6.
Hey, you got to love that response. KCP not wasting any time getting those points back. Right back at him.
Ball no good.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Banchero. And Miller with the block.
And good length and athleticism give Miller an advantage at the defensive end.
Suggs with the steal. And they're running. And here they go. Nice move. Great pass to find the man streaking to the bucket.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Ball. Chalk up 2 there. Ball's got his second bucket.
Really important for Ball to maintain his poise around the basket. That's what allows him to take a bump like that and still convert.
Suggs looking around. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Miller, no up.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Banchero kicks to Suggs. Out to Carter, and stolen by Miller. Here's a Kogi. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And getting that large wingspan in the way and creating plays. Miller's basketball IQ showing through on that steal.
Suggs, screen on Miller. Shoots from the line. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Floats one, and it's good on the way in. Caldwell Pope's got 8 points.
Confidence oozing out of Caldwell Pope. Loves going to his floater from time to time, too.
The drive-by Ball. Lays it up and banks it in.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Suggs. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5. Hornets have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ball game. It's Miller on the wing. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Back to Miller. That will count. And so it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope making highlights for the Magic. He notched 8 points in the... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Miles Bridges is out there with Mark Williams. And it's a Kogi in at the 3. Clark, I know you'd agree, Paolo Banchero has certainly lived up to the hype, being a #1 overall pick.
Yeah, you know, I loved him when he was in college. Loved his size, his athleticism, his IQ, his tenacity. I mean, I don't think there's anything on the floor that he can't do.
Here's Suggs. Drills it from outside. Suggs has got the lead up to 6 now for Orlando.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to get.
Ball kicks to Bridges. The kick out to Williams. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Suggs with the ball. 9 points in the game so far. 6 on the shot clock. Carter sets the pick for Banchero over Williams. And it's Banchero missing. Hornets trail by 4. Pass the ball. Williams has a screen for Ball. Back to Williams. And the slam by Williams.
One of the more dynamic passers in this league. Ball with a nice setup.
Orlando's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, last season the Magic extended Coach Jamal Mosley's contract through 2028. He said, it's not about me. I just want each one of these guys to reach their full potential. This game has been good to all of us. I want to be part of maximizing how great they can be on and off the court. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Miller with a wide open look. A miss that time would have put him up. Orlando leading. Now one near Suggs as he lets it go. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Right side, Ball. It's Miller on the wing. From the corner. The 3. And it's LaMelo Ball with the 3. Ball's got 9.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Tipped away. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Banchero looking around. Here's Suggs. 9 points in the game so far. Just 4 to shoot. To the inside. Stolen by Ball. Fast break now for Charlotte. Pushes it down to finish the break.
Boy, that's a great job by Okogie to get out in front and finish off the break.
Caldwell Pope outside. Banchero was screen on Miller. Kicks it out to Banchero. There's 45 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Just 5 on the clock. Wagner with it. Now guarded by Ball. And finished off by Banchero.
Nice work by Banchero, making himself available for the alley-oop pass. He's developing great court awareness.
Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Caldwell Pope, and there the Magic with another bucket. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes.
And it's Miller with the jam.
Add that to the highlight reel for Miller. I'm sure it'll grow quickly.
Caldwell Pope outside. Over in the corner, Banchero. Pass to Carter. Over Williams. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. When it's ahead, they lead by 1. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope really making a difference here.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Cole Anthony is out there with Black. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. Then there's Wagner. And it's De Silva in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for Orlando. Now, man from the wing. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Man's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Hornets. And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season, that's really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round. But it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battle scars.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where one or two possessions can impact the outcome.
Here he goes. Man gets the bucket. Now it's a 7-point Charlotte lead.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Over to the left wing. Here's De Silva. Still scoreless. Sinks the triple.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
And there's a foul called on Trey Mann. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here's De Silva. Out to Anthony. Shoots over man.
De Silva. First personal foul. First team foul.
Hornets leading by 4. And Clark Cole Anthony is some kind of scorer when he gets hot.
Yeah, he's really special when he gets it going. He can beat you by himself. That's how good he is. He's a little mercurial, up and down, volatile a bit. But I tell you what, I like what he gives you when he's playing at his best.
Black kicks to Isaac. The Hornets pull it in.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
Pass to man. 2 minutes. Driving inside. De Silva with the rebound. The Magic trail by 7. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Anthony's got 5 points in the quarter. The Hornets have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. To the wing on the left. Diabate tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's De Silva. Guarded by Green. A 3-ball. No good there. Charlotte leading by 4. And he drives in. Man gets the bucket. Man's got 9 points here in the second half.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
You know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is. That's a tough shot.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Orlando's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. De Silva with the bucket.
And, you know, even though he's not a lights-out shooter from deep, the defense still has to be more aggressive there.
Here's man. Off target with his 3. Orlando's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Anthony on the wing, defended by man. Outside Anthony. For the lead. Hornets with the rebound. Man with it. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Hornets. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Williams is out there with Bridges, and it's Okogie in at the 3 spot. Here's Okogie. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get them. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated.
Second team foul. At the line for the Hornets,
where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And here is Suggs. Bankero is screened for Suggs. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Well, that's just the toughness basket by Suggs right there. Remember now, this young man was an all-state football player in high school.
Ball, the pass to Miller. Ball, a screen on Caldwell Pope. There's Miller with the 3. Bankero grabs the board. Bankero's got his 4th rebound in this one. Wagner outside. Back to Suggs. Pass to Wagner. G.A., when you look at the development of Franz Wagner, what now is the next step for him?
Kevin, for me, it's the 3-point shooting, specifically becoming more efficient out there. And I also think he's going to have to become a better passer, ball mover. I got total confidence he'll get there because the rest of his game is complete.
And stolen by Wagner. Bankero finds Caldwell Pope. And there's the foul. It's on Miles Bridges. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Fires away from way outside. From beyond the arc and then some.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys, during the break, listen in with Charles Lee and his team. He told his guys to max it out on the 3. If those shots aren't coming, then we need to move on. There are other looks for us out there. We want some diversity in those shot attempts, guys.
Thank you, David. Suggs, screen on Miller. Here's Caldwell Pope. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Ball against Suggs. Now here is Miller. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paolo Bankero. That's his 1st foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
6 to shoot. Miller dishes to Bridges, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
And it's the Magic with the ball. The lead is 2. Now, Suggs. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in, and it goes down 2 points.
Jalen Suggs was known for knocking down big-time hoops in college, and we're already seeing it translate here in the NBA as well. Great confidence from that young man.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Rebound by the Magic. Banchero's got his 5th rebound in this one. Wagner outside. Fires from the corner, and again it's Orlando converting.
Well, you know, Wagner's a pretty consistent shooter, and given opportunities, he'll make the most of them.
And Ball puts up a deep 3. Charlotte no good that time either.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen. And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Ball, the pass to Miller. The tray. Pass to Okogie from deep. Hits it from 3-point range. Okogie's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Okogie looks unstoppable out there, racking up points and putting on a big-time show.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. Shoots the 3. Ball with the rebound. And it's the Hornets with the ball. Miller, the pass to Bridges. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. We've got 33 seconds left in the 4th. Banchero is screened for Caldwell Pope. Bucket is good. And the Magic lead by 7.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
There's Ball with the 3. Banchero grabs the board. So it's Orlando winning this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there was some time.
NBA basketball. And the starting lineup for Miami. Tyler Hero is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Jaime Jaquez. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the 5 spot. And for Orlando, Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. And it's Carter in at the 5. These teams like to get into the half-court stand. They like to play at their pace.
Yeah, and there's not many teams like that anymore, but it's all about the details and execution for these teams to maximize their possessions.
For 3, Caldwell-Pope connects from downtown.
A good decision maker with the ball in his hands. Carter Jr. is a capable and willing distributor.
Here's Hero. That one goes. Count it.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And Carroll with a screen on Jaquez. Here's Suggs. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And how about the leaping ability of Suggs? Getting off the floor with such ease.
And there's the screen. Hero with it. Now Carter defending. Oh, nice D from Carter.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Well, Coach, the Heat have had some deep playoff runs recently, making the finals twice in 5 years.
Yeah, Brian, and what's really interesting is that they've only been higher than a 5 seed once in that span. They just hit a different gear in the playoffs.
And then Carroll gets it to go.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Here's Adebayo. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
That's the spot where Adebayo can do the most damage.
And here's Wagner. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Six to shoot. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Hero. Left side, Jaquez. Suggs against Hero. Orlando with the rebound. Outside, Caldwell-Pope. It's tipped, and so the ball out of bounds. Jaquez touched it last. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Jamal Mosley gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Right away, he acknowledged they're facing one of the best defensive players in the league in Bam Adebayo. He told me Bam can do it all. He can protect the rim, he can defend in isolation, he can rebound. So we have to keep our composure, be aware of his presence, and not let him dictate what we do. All right, let's send it back to you guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Adebayo from long range. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Assertive jumper by Adebayo. I mean, he wanted it, so he took it.
A multiple-time All-Star. What aspect of Adebayo's game stand catches your eye nightly?
Well, Brian, I'd say it's not one thing. He's a very complete player. He can rebound, defend, pass, score. This guy does it all.
And by all accounts, a great teammate as well.
That's exactly right.
Now here's Hero. Pass to Adebayo. A minute 22 left to play in the first. And finished off by Adebayo.
The aggressiveness of Adebayo. He plays with so much energy and force close to the bucket.
Here's Caldwell-Pope. The 3 gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Wiggins outside. Adebayo, a screen on Caldwell-Pope. Wiggins drives in. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. That's on Franz Wagner. Miami shooting their first free throw this game. And so Banchero will bring it up for the Magic. Here he goes. Oh, can't finish the one-handed jam. And stolen by Suggs. In transition. Jacks up a three. He can't get that one to fall. The Heat have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Adebayo against Banchero. Hero, the pass to Adebayo. Here's the three. It's hauled in by the Magic. Wagner outside. To the paint. Wiggins with a steal. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Orlando ahead. They're up by 1. And back in a moment as we'll get... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And for Orlando, what jumps out to you guys, stat-wise?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Wagner in at the 3, small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic.
You're busting his way inside. Hero making sure he kept moving toward the hoop.
Caldwell-Pope against Wiggins. Caldwell-Pope with a drive. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Caldwell-Pope's got 8.
That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
Adebayo, a screen on Caldwell-Pope. Okay, Wiggins putting on a show here.
Yeah, what a creative dunker Wiggins is. It's really fun watching him rise up and finish with power.
Suggs finds Wagner. No good on the 3. The Heat with the lead. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running. Outside Jaquez. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. And you think about what Jaquez has done early in his career. It's pretty impressive, Stan.
Well, Brian, people tend to underrate college players who play multiple years. He was basically a finished product before he reached the NBA.
Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
Shot clock at 6. Adebayo with the rejection.
Oh, gotta be cautious when Adebayo is in the area, showing once again that he's a legitimate shot-blocking threat.
Here's Wagner. Oh, the teardrop falls in.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Miami leading by 3. Jaquez with a screen on Suggs. Hero, the pass to Jaquez. Adebayo sets a screen to the left wing. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. That shot off the mark. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Suggs surveys the D. Not going to go that time. Some solid D from Jaquez. Wiggins against Caldwell-Pope. Here's Adebayo. Outside Jaquez. Tries again. And the layup is up and in. Jaquez has got 6.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And Jaime Jaquez gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Inside. Carter finds Banchero.
With a wingspan over 7 feet, Adebayo is a hard guy to score on.
Jaquez against Suggs. He shoots it. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. Magic trail by 5. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Fast break Miami. And out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
Unforced turnovers. They'll drive your coach insane.
For Orlando, they've got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. And Carroll with a screen on Hero. Here's Wagner. Takes it inside. He's off on the layup. Heat leading by 5. Jaquez, the pass to Adebayo. The 3 ball. They grab their own miss. And Adebayo slams it in.
A tireless worker at both ends. Adebayo imposing his will that time on the offensive glass.
Suggs, the pass to Carter. Adebayo against Banchero. Takes a 3. Ooh, Banchero with the touch from deep.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
Now Wiggins. On the take. And then jammed down as he goes right over Paolo Banchero.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. And so it's the Miami Heat with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Guys, thanks. Andrew, this team has set the tone at the defensive end. What's working for you?
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. How about Bam Adebayo? What an impact he's making.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
And let's take a look at Miami. They've got Duncan Robinson. He's out there with Alec Burks. And it's Jovic in at the 4 spot. Wagner with a screen. Here's De Silva. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
And a big finish by Robinson.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Here's Black. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Burks against Anthony. Now here's Burks. He's guarded closely. And they're going to count that bucket. And they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
Shooting for Miami, Alec Burks.
And even with
at the line for 1. The play will be reviewed under NBA rules.
Still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. but at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry. Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
Outside Robinson. Outside for Love. This one for three. Hits the trifecta. Love's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
They get it again. Pass to Black. Wagner with a screen on Robinson. Black. Off target from three-point range. Heat leading by 7. Here's Jovic. Still no points. Now here's Robinson. Just 4 to shoot. And Love with the basket on the assist from Robinson. And the Heat lead by 9. And Stan, you got into coaching right after college. When did you know you wanted to be a coach?
Brian, that's easy. As soon as I figured out that I didn't have much of a future as a player, I knew I wanted to stay involved in the game. I wanted to coach.
Orlando shooting their initial free throws of the game here. And so he makes both from the line. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
2 minutes remaining on the third. 2 minutes.
Outside Robinson. There's a screen by Love, and it's Robinson penetrating. Uses the glass on the layup. Robinson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pep.
And Anthony slams it in.
Oh, wait. Big finish. Big time. And man, did they need that.
You can tell he's trying to get him going with that dunk.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Love finds Robinson. Lets it go from 11. That one's wide left. Magic trail by 7. 1:10 left in the third. Oh, there's the alley! And the dunk by Isaac.
Excellent mid-air feed to Isaac, who lifts off right on cue for the alley-oop slam.
Burks against Anthony. And Burks gets it to go.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Here's Black. Robinson defending. It's stolen by Love. Now here's Burks. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. They'll pin that one on Jonathan Isaac.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
So hits one and misses one at the line. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Wagner on the wing. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Wagner's got his first bucket in this one. Miami leading by 6. Outside Burks. Love a screen on Anthony. Pass to Highsmith. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Heat lead by 8.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Stolen by Burks. And so it's the Miami Heat finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very... And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Bancaro and Carter Jr. make up the front court. On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner, and it's Suggs in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. The kick out to Wiggins. Shot clock at 5. And he lobs it up top. Ooh, they pick off the pass. Here we go, all alone.
Yeah, nice initiative from Suggs, seeing an easy scoring opportunity and pouncing on it.
Heat leading by 4. Wiggins with it. Pass to Adebayo. Back to Wiggins. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Jaquez against Suggs. Just 5 on the clock. From the wing, Adebayo grabs the board.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Here's Wiggins. And it's Orlando with a rebound. And here comes the break. Here's Caldwell Pope. Finished off the break.
The floater can be a tricky shot, but that's the right choice.
The Heat with the lead. Wiggins outside. Adebayo up top. Jaquez with a screen on Bancaro. Adebayo passes to Jaquez. And Adebayo, the bucket on the assist from Jaquez. And the Heat lead by 6. Caldwell Pope against Wiggins. Bancaro the screen. Caldwell Pope for 3. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got 5 rebounds in the game. Suggs against Hero. Pass to Adebayo. The 3. The rebound by Carter. The Magic have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Oh, Bancaro throws it down.
Oh, no holding back from Bancaro. He wants this team to be able to rely on him in these type of moments.
To the right side. Here's Ware. Now Hero. No good on the shot. Great D that time from Suggs. Pass to Carter. Wagner with it. 1:33 left to play in the fourth quarter. Second chance shot. The kick out to Bancaro. Goes back up. Back to Wagner. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got his 6th rebound on the night. Hero outside. And again, no good by Miami. Magic trail by 4. Here's Suggs. Yeah!
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
On the attack, Hero. Count it!
In these moments, Hero knows he has to step up, so he works hard to find the bucket.
Wagner on the wing. There's the 3, and it's good. And that one brings them within 1.
Talk about stepping up. I mean, that is a huge three-pointer.
Well, guys who can make big shots at the end of games have become a necessity.
Adebayo against Bancaro. Fires for 3. And Adebayo, no good. In transition, here they come. Banchero surveys. Here's Banchero slicing in. Count it!
And stepping up when it's clutch time. That's a very mature play by the young Banchero.
Adebayo is screen on Suggs. And now we've got an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Team foul. Now in the lineup for your Magic.
Here's Adebayo.
21.
Oh, no good! So it's the Magic taking the W in a close one. What a performance they had here at home today.
I'll tell you what.